welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. This is a B-movie review, and I'll be having a look at the movie Ferocious Planet. So this is a sci-fi movie made for TV. What the story is here, we've got a kind of a government experiment that's going to basically, it designs to try and provide some kind of renewable energy by somehow dipping into parallel dimensions that are kind of running concurrently along with ours. I mean, you see at the start of the film, we've got this sort of demonstration being set up, and there's a bunch of scientists there, a bunch of military people, some bureaucrats, and we've shown that this experiment's happening first of all, and we've shown all these sort of like different views of different realities, and we're told that no, we can't cross over into any realities, that's not possible, but we can only somehow draw power from it, but we don't really know why that is. And I also thought, well, how can they see it? They've got cameras sticking into these realities, how is it they're seeing these realities? But anyway, and what happens is some kind of accident, and ultimately the lab with all the people in it suddenly gets transported to this kind of wilderness, sort of feral land, sort of alternative dimension with these kind of creatures in it. And it seemed like quite a good premise for a film, I have to say, for kind of a, you know, a low budget film. I thought actually, you know, it's not a bad little premise, this one, but it's not necessarily, it's not in the future, it's not sort of there crash landed on a kind of like this hostile planet. They're just transported from our planet to this kind of parallel Earth, I'm assuming. However, electricity still seems to work there, even though that they've got what appears to be just a portion of the lab that has been transported. So we've got the kind of the scientists furrowing away, trying to find a way back, and in the meantime, where the guys are attacked by these large, unconvincing CGI monsters, and gradually pick off one by one. And that's really the film. It's just trying to get back. So I think it's a good idea, but this is really hampered by some very poor production value. The central premise is quite good, I think, but the actual script doesn't really take the story anywhere. Once they kind of get to the planet, they just kind of just mill around for a lot of the time, and sort of decide to sort of go off and into the wilderness to have a look around and have kind of misadventures out there, but just trying to avoid these kind of like creatures that are sort of roaming around. What one thing leads into the next one, problems go into the other, but it's not a very exciting film. The worst thing here, I mean, I always think you kind of have to judge a low budget film based on the kind of what it's trying to do with the budget that it's got, but the CGI monsters in this are terrible. I mean, you're not expecting much from a sci-fi original TV movie, but I've seen some reasonable quality ones from them, but the monsters in this one, really, really bad. They look like cartoons, they're weightless, very, very poor. It actually attempts to have a twist at the end. You see it coming from a mile off. So I think the central premise is a bit wasted. You've got John Rhys-Davies here, which I think is probably a little nod to the TV series Sliders, which was kind of like a parallel dimension thing. But he's only really in it for an extended cameo. But a disappointing film, pretty poor, not particularly the most exciting film, a bit of a premise weighted, I feel. So I'm going to give this one a 2.5 out of 10. Leave me a comment, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.